So we're going to look at 2 Kings 9 concerning Jezebel and the spirit of Jezebel. And it came to pass, verse 22, 2 Kings 9:22, and it came to pass when Joram saw Jehu that he said, "Is it peace, Jehu?" This Ahab and Jezebel's son. He said, "Is it peace, Jehu?" And he answered, "What peace? So long as the whoredoms of thy mother Jezebel and her witchcrafts are so many." So what peace I'm gonna give you? Long as your mama Jezebel and her whoredoms and her witchcrafts are so many. And Joram turned his hands and fled and said to Ahasuerus, "There is treachery. There is treachery. There is treachery, O Ahaziah." And Jehu drew his bow with his full strength, took that bow there with his full strength and smote Jehoram between his arms. And the arrow went out at his heart, came through his heart. And he sunk down in his chariot. Then said Jehu to Bidkar, his captain, "Take up and cast him in the portion of the field of Naboth, the Jezreelite. For remember how that when I and thou rode together after Ahab his father, the Most High laid this burden upon him. Surely I have seen yesterday the blood of Naboth and the blood of his sons, said the Most High. And I will requite thee in this plat, said the Most High. Now therefore take and cast him into the plat of ground, according to the word of the Most High." But when Ahaziah, the king of Judah, saw this, he fled by the way of the garden house. He ran by the way of the garden house. And Jehu followed after him and said, "Smite him also in the chariot." Said, "Kill him also." And they did so at the going up to Gur, which is by Ibleam. And he fled to Megiddo and died there. And his servants carried him in a chariot to Jerusalem and buried him in his sepulchre with his fathers in the city of David. And in the 11th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, began Ahasuerus to reign over Judah. And when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face. See, that's where they get this Jezebel with all this makeup. You know, they used to say that a lot in the holiness churches. Couldn't put no makeup on. Look, when she knew Jehu was coming, she painted her face. That's what they talking about. You looking like a Jezebel. She painted her face and tied her head and looked out at the window. And looked out at the window. And as Jehu entered in at the gate, she said, "Had Zambri peace, who slew his master?" And he lifted up his face to the window and said, "Who is on my side? Who?" And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, "Throw her down." She looked out the window. He said, "Throw her down." It was 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, "Throw her down." So they threw her down. He said, "Who's with me?" Jehu said, "Who's with me?" And it was 2 or 3 eunuchs. And Jehu said, "Throw her down." So they threw her down. And some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses. And he trod her underfoot. And when he was come